Good morning, everybody. This is Dragon King 72 Media LLC. I am Gregory, and welcome to the Dragon's Den, because I am the Dragon King. I've spoke on this before, but I'm gonna speak on it again in case nobody heard me the first time. But why are we still listening to Charlemagne, DJ Envy, and DJ Envy, and Just No Hilarious? Why are we still listening to them from the Breakfast Club? You know, and recently, for those of you that haven't been watching, Roland Martin, he responded to Charlemagne saying that, you know, the Dems need to give up. They gave it a good fight, da 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 da, yada yada yada. Right? And so Roland basically said, we need to stop listening to the dude. He don't know what he's talking about. And they don't. And they don't know what they talking about. And he has some young lady on there, Misha or whatever her name was. So Roland was just saying, hey, this is not actual factual. And that's the purpose of a platform like the Breakfast Club, would be to make sure that they got the facts right. Make sure they put out accurate update facts. And that's not what Charlemagne did. So Roland Martin called it out with 3 other people on his panel on the Roland Martin show on YouTube. So of course Charlemagne came back with what he believed. He said it was the donkey of the day. The man spent 20 minutes on donkey of the day. So clearly it was personal, and he thought that he was going to really kind of gut Roland Martin and the rest of his panel intellectually. And I've already said this, and y'all still are not paying attention. Charlemagne is not, I repeat, not an intellectual threat to no one. Do y'all hear me? Charlemagne is not an intellectual threat to no one. I don't give a damn how many books he wrote, what the bestseller he's got on New York Times bestseller. Y'all are falling for the okie doke. Charlemagne has done nothing but create a negative, perception of Democrats. Because he mentioned how Roland Martin was dancing for Democrats. When in fact, the reality is Roland Martin is for black people, and he always has been. He mentioned how that in Roland Martin's clapback, he mentioned how he worked for a black communications media network, not a targeted media network that targets black people like the one Charlemagne worked for, which is IHOP. So at the end of the day, Roland Martin was just going on about how he felt, his purpose in society, and why Charlemagne is just some grifter. But then he mentioned how Charlemagne was talking about his physical appearance. Something about him being roly-poly and this, that, no neck and all this stuff, right? And of course, Just Hilarious, she signed off on it. Now, I find it very interesting that the two of them, and of course DJ Envy co-signed it eventually. But what does Roland Martin's physical appearance has to do with anything? And by the way, Roland Martin said he's not even concerned with that aspect of Charlemagne giving his donkey of the day. But the problem is, when you start going into somebody's physical appearance, when they haven't went into yours, you've already lost the conversation. You've already lost the debate. You start talking about somebody's physical appearance. You know what I'm saying? When all they were doing was reporting facts. And I just don't get it. Now, I'm about to do the same thing, but I'm not in an argument or debate with Charlemagne. But Charlemagne and Just No Hilarious are the last 2 people on any platform to be talking about what somebody looked like. Just Hilarious looked like the queen of somebody's ant farm inside their basement. Charlemagne looks like the black teenage mutant ninja turtle with a headset on. And of course, DJ Envy looks like one of them minions from whatever that damn movie is. But yet they sitting here talking about folks. That man was just, Roland Martin was just pointing out your lack of understanding of facts and how things work. And I think a lot of people are listening to Charlemagne the God as if he is some kind of, you know, I don't even like saying the God because I don't believe in none of that. And the fact that he adapted that name, you know, it's catchy for sure. But a lot of people in this generation, because I'm not from this generation, they are listening to his every word. They are listening to that man's every word. They believe everything he say. But Charlemagne is dangerous not because he's intelligent. He's dangerous because he's using whatever knowledge he has manufactured to make it seem like it's real, and then turning that into some dangerous rhetoric. And these young people are eating it up, and I just don't get it. Like, but then Charlemagne will talk about somebody like Candace Owens. You doing the same shit that Candace Owens is doing, brother. You doing the same shit that Candace Owens is doing. You are no better than her. You're no better than Candace Owens. You sitting out here saying and doing the same stupid shit that Candace Owens is doing out here. But yet, because you on a so-called urban platform, a fucking liberal platform, then you excuse. And again, for just hilarious, just the no hilarious, to be co-signing. I'm like, girl, are you fucking? Have you looked at yourself in the fucking mirror? Have you looked at yourself in the fucking mirror? Now, mind you, before she thought that she didn't get that position on the Breakfast Club, she called DJ Envy and Charlemagne all type of names. And she mentioned before she got the job legitimately how one of them was involved in the real estate scam, and I'm still wondering how they went, DJ Envy, with your real estate scam, and Charlemagne being accused of rape. You know, I don't know if he got off. I don't know what those records are. But at the end of the day, I keep telling y'all, the Breakfast Club is not where you're supposed to be going to get your fucking news. Why are y'all still going to the Breakfast Club to get y'all news? Why are y'all still going to the Breakfast Club to get y'all news?